out-of-this-world experience taking over the Air Force Museum this week.
Rhonda Moore joins us now to show us some of the high-flying activities.
Good morning. We're on the Space Shuttle exhibit here at the Air Force Museum, and this is really cool. And joining me now is Cindy Henry, and she is the project manager with Space Fest. All right, so this is something that people will be able to see out here at the event. Talk about what they'll see on the shuttle.
Well, the Space Shuttle exhibit here at the museum actually consists of our crew compartment trainer, which was used to train astronauts in Houston. And we've taken that crew compartment trainer and built an exhibit that mimics the actual shuttle itself in size and shape. So you get to see that. There'll be tour guides here on the shuttle exhibit that can explain to you about the flight deck, where the pilot and commander would sit, all the controls are. They'll get to see the mid-deck where astronauts lived and worked. They'll even get to see the space potty. That's always popular. So lots to see here on the exhibit itself. Behind us is the payload bay area, and we have Teal Ruby, a satellite, on exhibit back there. So you can kind of see the size of the payload bay and where they would take cargo into space. At Space Fest, we have astronaut Colonel Frederick Gregory, and he was the first black shuttle pilot and commander. So we're excited to have him here. He's going to make several different presentations throughout the weekend. And there'll be some other guest appearances. We usually have a lot of costume characters, so you never know. You might see Darth Vader or R2-D2, lots of different, you just never know what you're going to see here for Space Fest.
Wow, it's going to be cool. All right, sounds good. Now, if you want to come to Space Fest, it's Friday from 6 p.m. until 11 p.m. and on Saturday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. here at the Air Force Museum in Riverside. And coming up at 8:05, I'm going to try to land the Space Shuttle. We'll see if I can do that. Back to you guys.
Rhonda, thanks. All right, how about this? Some high-flying activities taking place at Space Fest.
Yeah, Rhonda Moore says you can fly and land a space shuttle. She's at the Air Force Museum.
Good morning. We are trying to land the Space Shuttle here on the Space Shuttle Landing Simulator at the Air Force Museum. And this is one of the things that you'll be able to do at Space Fest. And joining me now is Cindy Henry, and she is with Space Fest. All right, this is a lot of fun. This is something that everyone will be able to do, correct?
Oh, yes. These are our free shuttle landing simulators that anybody can try to land.
Talk about how difficult it is, because we're both having a hard time.
Yeah, yes, it's a very difficult thing to do. It can't be us, I don't think. So it is difficult. There are different levels even of it, so people can practice.
Now, you were able to successfully land it once, right?
Once, yes, I did.
How many times did it take you to get to that?
Oh, probably about 10, 12 times.
Before you finally got it right?
Yeah, you kind of have to get the hang of it. But for on Space Fest, we'll have some volunteers here. They'll be helping the visitors try to do this. And this is just one of many activities that will be taking place that day.
Seems like the kids are able to get a hang of this a little bit better than us adults.
Yeah, if they're used to playing a video game, they can usually catch on pretty fast.
All right, so you mentioned there's going to be other things to do.
Yes,
talk about that.
One of the things that we're most excited about is a free model rocket building session. Visitors will get their own model rocket. People will be here to help them build it, and then they can take it out in the front lawn and launch it. We have about 20 or more different community organizations that are coming in and doing different kinds of hands-on activities and demos.
Sounds like a lot of fun, and it's all free, so you want to keep that in mind. And if you want to come to Space Fest, it is Friday from 6 until 11 p.m. and on Saturday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. here at the Air Force Museum in Riverside. And I'm going to keep trying to land this space shuttle if it kills me. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Rhonda. I was at the Air Force Museum a couple months ago and tried that exact thing as
really?
well. I crash landed.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is harder than it looks. I mean, it does take you right through the path. It's awesome, though. A really cool experience.
Yeah, great feature, great museum, too.
Build your own rocket and launch it.
You can do that and tons of other fun things. Rhonda Moore says it's all happening at Space Fest.
Good morning. Last year, more than 10,000 people came to Space Fest, and this year, that many are expected again. Joining me now is Cindy Henry, and she is with Space Fest. All right, one of the things people will be able to do out here is build a rocket, right?
That's right. We're very excited about that opportunity. We have free rocket kits that they can pick up, and they'll build with a volunteer assisting them, and then they get to go out on our front lawn and launch the rocket. We have a Team Ohio Rocketry Club will be here, and they'll be launching some of their own rockets for demonstration purposes. So you get to see, you know, not only launch your own rocket, but get to see some other rockets launched as well.
And this is a big hit for, I guess, kids especially, right?
Yeah, well, kids of all ages love. There's a lot of what we call born-again rocketeers that like to come out and build a rocket again. They haven't done one since they were a kid themselves. We sneak in a lot of fun and education both at the same time. We're actually going to have a very large space shuttle slide outside and a bounce house that looks like space camp. So, you know, a lot of fun with those kinds of things. And then inside you've got your hands-on activities and demos that are both educational and tons of fun. We have an indoor planetarium that's being brought here from the Challenger Center of Dayton. And that'll be set up for you to go in and watch a planetarium show.
All right, you'll also be able to land a space shuttle on a simulator. You'll be able to check out the space shuttle exhibit. Just a lot of things to do.
Oh, yes, too many to mention. There's concerts and astronaut presentation. We have trivia contests.
Sounds great. Well, if you want to come to Space Fest, it is Friday from 6 p.m. until 11 p.m. and on Saturday from 10 a.m. until 5 p.m. And it's here at the Air Force Museum in Riverside. And the best thing, everything is free. Back to you guys.